Man, I love my MagneetoSpeed. It's really an awesome tool to help me work up the optimum loads for the rifle here. But the one thing that I don't really care for is the fact that I have to attach it to the barrel. So this, anytime you're attaching something to this barrel, it can really start to affect the harmonics of the barrel. And then, what I'm having to do now is attach this, shoot some strings just to get the velocities, then take this off, then shoot some strings for accuracy, right, for my groups. And I just thought, man, I want to save a little, some rounds there and some wear on this barrel, and just come up with something that I could attach to my Arca rail here, and then that would allow this to free float out here and not touch the barrel. So what I wanted to do on this video is look at some of the options that are out there for that. Talk about why I didn't want to spend 150 bucks for one of them, or from 99 to 150 bucks. We're going to look at some thoughts that I had around a simple fix, homemade fix, and then we're going to get into a more stabler build using aluminum, and I'm going to give you the parts list and maybe a little video on how I put it all together and everything. Then we'll go out there and see how it really works in the field, and then we'll have some final thoughts. If you're ready to go, let's get to it. Well, there are a few options out there to get this thing off of the barrel and allow you to attach it to the Arca rail, and I've got a few right here. The first one that I found was from David Tubb. I think it's davidtubb.com. That's $170, and I'll put this stuff up on the screen as I talk about it. Looks like a pretty good mount. I've read some reviews on it, normal stuff, some good, some, oh, it didn't work because of this or that. The next mount is MK Machining, from MK Machining, and theirs is $150. But there were some interesting discussions on the functionality of that mount. And then another one was from the Wiser, W-I-S-E-R, Chrono mount. That was the cheapest of the three at $99. And it looked like it might do a good job as well. And then there was another one here. It's from MagneetoSpeed, the MagneetoSpeed V3 rail adapter. But if you read the description of that, and it's only $29, but be careful, because if you read the description of that, it will say, not for use on long-barreled rifles. So I just wanted to throw that one in there in case you went out there, searched, and went, oh, well, here's one for 29 bucks. That's not for use on a rifle like this. So you really have those three other options, and as I started to look at those, again, I just thought, hey, you know what, I'm going to play around with some stuff and see if I can't do this a little cheaper. So let's go ahead and move on to my design, and we'll talk about what my thoughts were. So I already had some of the material that I was going to use for this as I thought about it. Number one was this Gray Ops plate here. So I already had this, and look, if you go online and look at this, you may come back with a comment that says, yeah, well, you spent more on that plate than even these off-the-shelf connectors were. And yes, you're right, I did, but I'm not using this just for this. I bought this for my position support. And then it's got a bag that fits underneath this that I can use so I don't have to carry a bag around with me. So I bought this for a totally different reason. I did not buy this for the MagneetoSpeed project. It just so happened that I looked at it and I went, huh, that might work. So then what I did is I thought, I'm going to look at this plate, and then I'm going to create cutout. This is just a 1/4 inch by 1.5 inch piece of wood. And then I put some Velcro and a little spacing down here on this end. So really what happens here, and I'll just show you this really quickly, not too far under, but this was just my thought process, right? I attach this plate, I bring this thing underneath it, and this is really This is really basic stuff, guys. It's nothing that's earth-shattering engineering. It's really just me screwing around with this stuff, thinking, hey, let's see what we could build for this. So then that kind of goes on there. I have another strap for the back. I won't put that on. But then that's how this kind of attaches, and I can move this up. And then what I do with the MagneetoSpeed is this slips into this slot right here. I can get it to slip in there. There you go. And then as you can see, I can start to adjust this thing, and then I just strap this down, and then it's pretty much there. I mean, I've used this, it works fine, and you know, I noticed that once in a while this wood will kind of kick back from the recoil and stuff. So this was kind of my prototype of what I wanted to do here. And just luckily I had, as I said, I had this plate which worked out really well. Then I got to thinking about it, and I thought, look, I'd like something a little more, you know, something that maybe is out of aluminum, maybe that is I don't have to have straps and all that stuff. So I went on Amazon and I ordered, what was it? This is rail attachment. This is just an Arca rail attachment from Amazon. It has 3 1/4-inch holes in it. And I thought, okay, well, that'll be cool. All I have to do there is put this thing on, and I can just screw it down. And now what I need to do is just have like a piece of aluminum that comes out here now. And if I bend that aluminum right, then I should just be able to do exactly with this like I did on this. I'm not going to put a slot in the aluminum. I'm just going to bend it, and I'll probably put some slots like right here and here, just some inserts, so this strap grabs onto them, and then all I have to do is just put that on the aluminum, and then I'm right back where I was, except now I've got something that the aluminum is screwed onto this, and all I have to do is undo this, and I don't have the straps anymore. So that's the design I'm going to go with. From a cost-wise, my first prototype here was nothing, right? I had the wood laying around and these Velcro straps. I had that plate I was telling you about, this plate, which if you were going to buy this just for this, then you'd probably be really not smart doing that, because this is a lot of money. But for the aluminum, what I'm using is, I'll put this on the screen. I'm using this Arca rail attachment from Amazon for $12.82. I've got a 1/8 inch by 1.5 inch by 36 inch piece of aluminum, and I actually used part of that for something else, and that was $9 at Home Depot. And then I got some 1/4 inch by 5/8 inch tapered head bolts. And I think those were $1.29. I got 2 packs. So, you know, I've got $2.50, $11.50. So, okay, I said under 20 bucks. But it's right at 20 bucks because, as I said, I used some of that aluminum bar for something else. So, anyway, that's what you need. And now let's kind of go through the process that I'm going to use to make sure that that thing attaches to this properly. We'll look at the bend, and then we'll look at the final product. Hey, you know what? I just realized something, and that was this Arca rail will attach to this piece of aluminum. So really all I did here is I just mounted that on there, and I thought, well, shoot, I can just kind of punch a hole or a little notch down in here, or I could even screw in a 1/4 inch bolt all the way down so it makes an indentation on this aluminum, and then I have where my drill holes are. Okay, so I have the drill press set up. Now I've got the bit where it's going to go do the center mark here. Now I'm going to explain to you why I'm doing all of this first instead of, because what you may think is, well, why don't you bend it and make sure that it's all, I'm not going to do that, because if I screw these holes up, then I'm gonna need to back off, cut this off maybe, or just come in here with another hole, or in here with another hole. So I'm just trying to see if I can get the holes drilled right first, And then once I do that, everything else will naturally come. And if I need to make this shorter by cutting some off the end down there, I can do that. I'm just trying to get this basic, the basic stuff done first. So let's drill this next hole. That looks like it's pretty good. You don't want to force this because you don't want that bit to kind of move out of center. And so there's that. And that looks pretty good. Let's stop that. Get this out of here. And let's see if we did it right. Oh, hey guys, look at this. This is awesome. So I didn't even need those screws that I had purchased, because I actually found 2 of these 1/4 inch in one of my drawers. You know, the drawer that has 10,000 nuts and bolts in it that you don't think you're ever going to use, but then thank goodness you find them. And they come in just enough so they don't interfere with the Arca rail. So if we pull this around here, let's bring this around. Sorry if I can get this. Now let's see where we are here in this process. So now we have our attachment. We've got that. We're here. And there you go. And that's looking pretty good. And that was with 2 bolts. And then all I'll have to do is just, now all I need to do is, let's see, do we even, I'm going to have to cut this, right? We know that. But if I look at this, that might be pretty darn close. I may not even need to do any bending on this thing. So here's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. The Arca, let's see, the MagneetoSpeed needs to come right to about here, right? Just below and beyond the barrel. So I'll cut this thing probably here, right here. Whatever that is. I'll smooth it off, and then we'll come back and look at this and see how it looks. Okay, so I cut this this bar back, smoothed it off, and as I can see, I am going to need this to bend up just a little bit, because this is a little too far down. This needs to be up just a little further. This needs to be about a 1/4 inch off of the exit of that muzzle there, height-wise, and it's a little higher than I need it to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this in a vise. I'm going to bend it a little bit one way, then I'm going to bend it a little the other way, and we'll see how that goes. If I get this too close, that's okay, because the MagneetoSpeed, remember, comes with spacers, so I can add spacers to this to space it out. Now once I get this to the right length, then what I'm going to do, as I said earlier, I'm going to cut some notches on either side here, just about a 1/16 of an inch, so this strap grabs onto those notches and this thing doesn't move from the recoil. So let's go ahead and get the bending, and then we'll come back. Okay, I think we got it, guys. Look, so I bent this. You can see it's just, that was pretty simple to do, actually. And now, if I put this here, right there, that's perfect, right? That's about a 1/4 of an inch off of the muzzle, and so that looks really, really good. All right, well, here we go. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I did went ahead and put a dowel down here, down the barrel, just to make sure that there was clearance, and there is. There's the 1/4 inch that you need for it. There's the notches I was talking about right there. It's, like I say, it's not pretty, but honestly, this whole thing, I had the bolts. The piece of aluminum was 3 feet. I used it for some other stuff. So maybe $6 worth of aluminum here. This clamp was 12 something. So honestly, overall, it was under $20, guys. And I think this is going to work well. Let's go out to the range and see how it functions. All right, well, here we are with it mounted on the rifle at the range. Looks pretty good from both sides. It was easy to clamp on, as I showed you at home, and the MagneetoSpeed was easy to attach as well. I didn't need any spacers for the MagneetoSpeed. So now here's a shot or two with it attached, and you're going to see a little bit of vibration there. So there is some vibration. I do want to tell you though that I did hook up the MagneetoSpeed directly to the barrel as you would in normal use after I shot this video, and the velocities were the same, right, or right in the ballpark there. So it didn't seem as though this vibration really affected the velocity readings that much or at all. And then, you know, finally, I'm thinking that I may try another prototype of this with 1/4 inch aluminum bar instead of this 1/8 inch, and let's see how much sturdier that might be. But for now, hey, this looks great, right? Now this is only 3 shots with an SD of 1 and an ES of, I think, 2. But, and again, this is not match ammo. This is my break-in ammo, so the velocity is a lot lower. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you that as fate would have it, and you know me, I did not plan it this way, but as fate would have it, look at this. This thing actually fits in my case, in my MagneetoSpeed case. So it just fits right here where all this other stuff goes. It's the perfect length. Man, I got lucky, didn't I? I didn't plan for this. It was just how we cut it. So anyway, it's kind of nice how fate works out that way, isn't it? Well, hey, I think things turned out pretty good here. So let's just kind of do a quick recap, right? We looked at some store-bought options out there from $99 up to $170. I talked about my design thoughts, which included my my prototype with wood here that actually worked pretty darn well for a few times out there. And then we looked over the design that I had in mind for the aluminum, and we looked at the construction of this. So really simple, really cheap. Again, this was under 20 bucks worth of material, and as we saw just now on the shooting video, I think it held up pretty good. Look, if you want to spend the money on the store-bought stuff, I have nothing against that. That's not what this video was about. This video was about, if you see something like this and you're thinking to yourself, maybe I could save a little money and put that towards something else. I've got a new scope in mind I want to buy or something. Just think about that. Think about some things that you might be able to go to your local home improvement store, buy some stuff or get some stuff off of Amazon and build it yourself. So, hope this helped, and hey, in the comments, let's put some ideas of some other accessories that you have, and I've got a couple others in mind that I'm going to try to make some videos on. So again, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate all the posts, all the comments. We've got a great comment audience, I want to say. You know, you're all so polite, even when you're pointing things out that maybe I've done or I should think about or I should consider. And guys, that's what this channel is all about. Please, if you see something I've done or you have a better way of doing it, hey, tell us all, because I want us all to learn from this stuff. Keep it up, keep those likes coming. Please subscribe. If you have some buddies that you think might benefit from this, turn them on to the channel. And until next time, shoot straight.